I had my one friend get drunk at a party, and then he just started getting aggressive and like punching people.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, yeah, my dude's a fighter. My boy a fighter when he's drunk.
That's like I feel like if you get aggressive when you drink, I was like, you have no business like getting drunk.
You can use them for good.
You can aim them at the right person.
Yeah, aim them in the right direction.
You're horny, go. I don't like that kid.
And they won't remember a thing.
Look at my twins, that's Mary Kate, that's Mary Kate, that's Mary Kate. Look at these twins, that's Mary Kate, that's Mary Kate, that's Mary Kate. Look at these twins, that's Mary Kate, that's Mary Kate, that's Mary Kate. Look at these twins, that's Mary Kate, that's Mary Kate, that's Mary Kate. Titties out, just like a pin.
Press these buttons, baby boy, you know what I mean?
The heck, dude, that's my
Because
friend
that's
Andrew,
Mary.
dude.
Hi, Andrew. How are you?
Sick.
I'm good. Made it on the podcast. I'm very tired.
Actually crazy. This is a very random time to be doing the podcast.
Why? Want to explain what we're doing?
It's a little different. It's a little diffy whiffy. We are on our way to Santa Cruz at the moment to help Dylan with this extraordinary documentary on a good friend of his named Kai Turner.
Ours. Isn't that your friend?
I do not know him very well. So
Oh, really?
I'm not saying that I do not like him or anything. I just don't want to claim that and then have him see this later and be like, I do not know that man.
It's
Kai,
cool.
if you see this, I respect you. And maybe one day we can be good friends.
Do you think during this trip you have opportunity to be friends with our friend Kai?
Possibly. I feel like the last time I was around him, he was very chill. I really liked his energy. He was a very talented guy, so yeah.
When you say you like their energy, does that mean their vibe, or those the same thing, or is energy like, oh wow, he was running around the house a lot. That's so much energy. I like that. He runs a lot.
So I feel like it can come down to like just different things. I feel like it could be that. It's like, you're out partying and it's 3 o'clock in the morning and they're still going. Like, you know what I mean? So you can say that kind of energy. But I just meant more of like, like when I say energy, I mean it's like I make a joke and like they laugh. You know what I mean? Like,
So you only like people who laugh at your jokes?
100%. Yeah. If you don't laugh at my jokes, I don't fuck with you.
I actually do think that. I think it's like a narcissistic thing. I'm like, oh, they were so cool, and then the friend would be like, well, they didn't say anything. They just laughed at everything you said, and I'm like, that's why they're the goat.
Yeah, they were dope as fuck.
They're top tier, and that's all I need. I need someone to laugh at me and with me. Actually, not at me.
Yeah. Like honestly, I don't care if you don't think it's not funny, but you should still just laugh out of respect. You know what I mean?
What if it was offensive and they laughed and they're like, I didn't like that?
Yeah, I could respect that because they're like speaking their mind. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like Dylan could be like that. Dylan could be open, like like don't say that, and I'd be like, okay, you're right, Dylan. Thank you for that insight. Can you agree, Dylan?
Can you give me an example? What did I say?
Say it slow right now.
No, so I mean, at least there was this funny thing that happened last week. So we were in my room, and like I think Dylan's like, "Hey, can you play some music?" And like there was so much stuff around me that I couldn't reach the speakers. So I was like, "You're asking for a lot right now." And then he looks at me and he's like, "Oh, like," he's like, "You should get an Alexa." And then I look back at him, and like for more context, like his girlfriend's name is Alexa. So like the second we make eye contact with each other, he looks at me, he's like, "Don't say it." He's like, "Don't do it." So it's just like those little moments like that, where he's like, he won't just take it if he doesn't want to. Unless he wants to, he'll take it.
Cut to Jared and Alexa kissing.
Hey, it's not what I was talking about.
The actual robot.
Yeah, the robot.
Yeah, you should insert who's already editing this one?
I have no idea.
I don't know who's editing, but if you're editing this one, you should do a picture of you kissing like a Alexa Echo, like an Echo Dot.
Yeah, it's crazy. How
Dil-
you feeling, Dylan?
Dylan, you excited for how many documentaries have you done? So is this your 5th one, 6th one?
Yeah, I think it's like this will be my 6th one, my 6th endeavor. I think I feel fine. I think I wish I had more of like a proper like schedule for at least like the second day, but we're vibing it out because
You want to give context to who Kai is and why we're doing a documentary on him and why he's wearing a helmet and why we call him Helmet Boy?
yeah.
Yeah, for the uninitiated.
Yeah, for the uninitiated. I mean, we should have our teaser done in 2 weeks, so if we have the teaser, play the teaser. But if we don't, then here's my rundown.
Well, this is gonna take a while, so we might have it.
Yeah, maybe it's playing right now. It's playing right now. And then, so now just say, and that was a teaser.
And that was a teaser. Thank you for checking it out. I'm just gonna put like a 5-second clip, maybe 3 seconds.
Just a picture of Kai.
The picture is like in the middle of talking, and then it comes.
They get it.
So yeah, it's a little doc about him and his journey. I think the hardest part about it all is that he's just like a different
Race?
Yeah, he's a different race than me. It's a little,
That makes it really difficult.
Yeah, it's a little intimidating. Oh look, he texted me.
I said, stop talking about my
I
race.
texted him, for context, I texted him, hey man, we're 3 hours away, and he just texted me back saying,
He's like, I don't
hey yo,
wanna
are
do
you,
the documentary.
he said, hey yo, are y'all on the move? So, that's great, we're having really good communication.
Wait, he said you guys were all on the move.
What the heck, I texted him, but, okay. I thought I texted him.
You don't
If
text
you-
and drive.
I'm sorry.
Look, and here's Dylan texting and driving.
It's all on camera.
You don't know what I was doing.
Fuck yeah, fuck yeah.
So yeah, it's an interesting
You think-
little doc, but
Would you rather fight 10 Kais now or 1 Kai before
or what?
that? 10 Kais now
Okay.
or 1 Kai before the accident? We should cut this.
I want to. Can I mention that story of when you were on your documentary little class and you pitched like the doc to the guys
Uh-huh.
and they were like, "Oh my god!"
Oh yeah,
Like,
so the whole so I think what I said was just like, hey Jared, do you wanna like my documentary community has these monthly Zoom calls. Do you wanna? I'm gonna like, what if I just screen share the call? Like if you wanna just watch. I don't know if Jared was interested or not, and he was like, yeah, I'm down. So I I hop on the call, and then Jared, I think you joined late or something.
Yeah.
And so I screen share to him, but he didn't tell me that he couldn't hear the audio or
I
something.
couldn't see. I think I could only hear.
Oh, you couldn't
Yeah.
see, you could only hear.
Yeah.
So like,
Actually, no. What was it? I think I couldn't hear your voice.
oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
what,
I could only hear
He could
them.
hear the Zoom
Yeah.
call, but he couldn't hear my voice. So I was like, I was like, you know, I'm gonna, because usually they have like a pitch session, so you can just type in the chat like, hey, I want to pitch my doc, give me feedback, and then you can do it for like a little pitch and get feedback from it, whatever. So then I like didn't tell Jared I was gonna do that, so I asked him if I could pitch my project, and then so I pitched my project, but like Jared didn't hear the pitch at all. He just saw the reaction to it, and they were like, they seemed like interested and genuine, and it was just so funny because he was just like, I was like, oh, what do you think about the pitch? And he was like, I didn't hear anything that you said, but they looked like they really enjoyed it. So
It was funny though, because I mean, like, I've like, are you waiting to like say like kind of what the doc's about, or like can we talk about it right now? Like,
right now,
yeah.
no, you can talk about it.
Okay, so I mean, like, it's pretty much like Kai was like in like an accident, and he's had like brain trauma. He's had to have surgeries and everything. But it was really funny because Dylan pitched it to them, and like their reaction was like, they were like, "Oh my god, dude!" They're like, "Dylan, this is such a great story, dude. Like, we're so envious of you, dude." And like all I'm thinking, I'm like, dude, like they're jealous that like your friend got like in a traumatic ass accident. Like, what the fuck? Like I got what they were saying, but I was just like, just out of context, just hearing that, I was like, that was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that was funny. But
You should like Nightcrawler it. You should like injure
Nightcrawler.
another friend, and then you can do a documentary about their healing process.
That'd be insane.
You know what I mean?
Bro,
Like,
and then you can literally just have a series of just healing, because you have Healing Julie.
Yeah.
You should name this one Healing Kai. you go do a fucking, what do you call that, a vote or whatever, like, oh, do you guys want another healing documentary and shit?
who else do you want to see healed?
who wants to get healed?
We're forcing injuries this month, like, let us know.
We're looking up our calendar.
That would be lit though, that'd be crazy.
Is Kai still wearing his helmet?
No.
When did he get it off?
I think after he got his surgery, like he was just in the hospital for a little bit, and then now he has a helmet, but it's like built in. It's like a helmet, but it goes around your brain. It's called like a skull or something like
So technically, if he skates again, he doesn't really need to wear a helmet.
yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Oh, what?
You got an
That's
internal.
what you were saying right now, bro.
No,
I was like, no
This
way.
man's a cyborg.
Does he have that forever?
yeah.
He has like
Yeah.
built-in knee pads too.
Yeah, he has built-in knee pads, shin guards.
Wow, good for him. Oh yeah, he's gonna be our next episode too, right?
He said he's down, so
Oh,
we'll
sick,
see.
okay.
Kai is down.
The 2 and 1sies.
I'm just gonna stay here.
Have you thought about what you're gonna name the dog?
My friend Sal came over
Uh-huh.
and like I showed him all my the footage I have so far, and shout out to Sal. He gave me like a good idea. He said peace of mind, but with like PIECE.
Oh shit.
Whoa.
That's looking pretty fire.
Pretty good. So
I was thinking more of something like you just name it with Kai.
like Mr. Kai.
Kind.
Hi Kai.
Good,
Bye Kai.
Bye Kai, hi Kai.
Falling Kai.
Don't die Kai.
Don't die, Kai.
Bye Kai.
Wake up, Kai. Or do R.I.P. Kai? Question mark.
Kai?
Question mark.
Kai guy?
Alright Kai.
You alright, Kai?
I really have to poop.
Poop?
Yeah. But I know the second my cheeks hit a toilet, like nothing's gonna come out.
Why?
Nothing's gonna come out?
I think I'm just nervous. There's just a lot going on.
I mean, we're not gonna
Nervous as a
record it.
podcast wise, or
No, I think just like
anything going on?
yeah, it's just a long car ride. You
Yeah.
know, just leaving home, get all locked up,
Right. You get travelers,
constipation.
Constipation?
Yeah.
That's a thing.
yeah.
It's been happening to me pretty recently, like most of the summer.
Like every time you travel, you just can't poop.
Yeah, it's not that like I don't poop the whole time, but it's like instead of like it's usually like the second I wake up I can poop. I'm usually pooping like 3 or 4 times a day. But like I'll go on a trip and I'll probably poop like once or twice the whole trip.
What's the longest you've not pooped?
What
I
day is
was-
it today?
I'm on day 14 right now. I think around my birthday last year, I think I went probably like a day or two because I was pretty constipated. It's crazy. I've like at least before this point in my life, like I've never been constipated. Like I never experienced it.
This
Wow.
So I
is a
don't know.
new feeling. For me.
Literally, dude. Like I don't like it. 'Cause I love shitting too. I think shitting is such like an amazing experience.
Too. I think you should try butt sex.
I'm down.
I'm kind of I'm just gonna chill. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you
It's
think
like
that
chilling.
if you really are into the feeling of poop, like
Yeah.
pooping, do you think that means like you could be like pretty into like butt stuff?
Well, I didn't mean it like a.
Yay!
I didn't mean like I love it when like the logs rustle through my anal cavity. Like I didn't mean it like that. Like I just think like
Is that not a good feeling for you though?
I mean it's not a crazy feeling. Like
I have a boner now. The way you described it.
let me see.
You should be a writer,
I
man.
think I think it's just more of like the fact of like feeling like you need to poop and then feeling the relief afterwards.
Right.
Especially if it's diarrhea. Oh my god.
But don't you think butt sex is like that? It's like, this pain of a penis in me.
I heard
just
it's-
waiting for it to come out.
I heard it's like it's reverse. So it feels like you're reverse pooping,
Wow.
which I feel like would be terrible. Like I don't think that would be great.
Bring it back in you.
Yeah.
Have you guys heard about I forgot what it was called. I don't know if it was just like poop blanket. It's when someone freezes their poop. No, puts it in a sock, freezes it, and then fucks himself with it.
Yeah.
I forgot. There's a name for that. What is that
I'm
called?
trying to think. Something pretty wild.
Is it just called a poop sock?
I think it's just called poop sock. But they freeze it, so frozen poop sock.
There's another
Yes.
word for it.
A Good Friday.
My average Friday night.
Are these Kai dog names?
What?
What?
Huh?
Huh?
Yeah, what are the Kai Doc names?
Nice.
It's crazy because I feel like we're in different
Kai
worlds right
Kai?
now.
Kai?
Kai Kai.
Like caca? Ignore me, it's
I
fine.
don't get it. Explain it. Explain
You don't know what caca is?
Oh, poo poo. I get it.
Yeah.
Oh, I see now.
Kai
Kai Kai. I thought you were saying the slur for Jewish people.
What?
I didn't know that was a thing.
What is it? Say it.
K-I-K-E.
Okay.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a slur until like a couple months ago.
You're just saying it. Like,
I never had the I never got the opportunity to.
Yeah.
Like, I feel it's just there, and I didn't know, like, oh, look, a new bad word. But now it's kind of like, well, now I know there's one word that I shouldn't say, I want to say now. More because people are telling me not to, not because there's anything around.
It's a psychological game.
It's a psychological game.
It's fucked up.
Yeah. How often do you think people say, like, the N-word when they're by themselves listening to rap songs?
I think it's pretty, like... I feel like if you don't say it, you're a liar, you know what I mean?
Well, guess what? Call me a liar.
I remember you were talking about that, and I still don't believe you.
I don't say it in private because I feel like, what if my dash cam's recording? Or what if I get drunk and get comfy and then start singing along with it? So, like, I just don't say it.
That's insane.
So you say it all the time?
When I'm singing songs, like, it's not like I'm just in the car, like, screaming out the word and shit. Like,
Every time I'm in your car, it's you freestyling over a beat. So I think you're used to using
that's
it.
actually crazy. You're just trying to set me up right now, bro. Like,
I don't think so, because I have your back. And I love you. You kissed me today.
I did not kiss you.
You kissed. Dylan, do you have that footage of him kissing me?
No, you said it was off.
It's burned into my memory.
Yeah, it's burned my It's traumatic. I can
So
take it
It's
out.
traumatic.
Wait, so your garage camera didn't record it?
No.
Ah, fuck. Now you're gonna do it again to remake what you did to me?
Oh, I mean, we can do it right now.
No.
Fucking pussy.
I don't. Because the thing is, I won't intentionally do it. I'll do it in a game of chicken,
Yeah.
but then you kissed me.
Were you upset though, like, for real?
I was just like, God damn it, he got me again. So I think it's more like fool me once,
Yeah.
shame on you.
Yeah.
Fool me twice.
I have a
shame
question
on
for you guys.
again. But if you do it one more time, it's my fault. What?
I have a question for you guys.
What?
Completely random. What was like the worst teacher that you had in all of your schooling experience? And what was something terrible that they did?
Oh, yeah.
I have a good one.
I remember there was this one, my film teacher in high school. I remember I was like kind of cool with him, but then he was just like, he's really weird. He had like a power trip. Like I remember we were about to go to a field trip, and this one girl brought out her peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and then he just punched it to be funny.
What the
Like, just
fuck?
it was like an uncrustable sandwich too. So like it all just oozed out, and she's like, "Why the fuck did you do that?" And then he did that, and then we also had that one teacher in high school who fucked a student, and they're still together now. And he was talking about how much he hates him, and then one of my like classmates was talking about like, oh yeah, I'm fucking a 30-year-old cop right now as a 17-year-old, and then he got in like as a gossip girl, and he was like, oh what, you're fucking a cop? That's crazy. And he's like, wow, like what else did he do? And like he kept diving into it with her, and then
You ever been with a teacher?
and then yeah, I know, that's what it was. And then after she graduated, he was like DMing her like, yeah, let's go do a photo shoot or something.
That's great.
Is it a teacher?
Was he handsome at least?
No. Yeah. We probably all had him, Andrew and Dylan.
Really?
I think we probably at Canyon.
Is it start with the S? Mr. S?
No, it's with a L.
Oh.
Yeah. He was weird. And I think I saw.
Wait,
I'm also
photography?
What?
Photography too?
Yeah, photography, film. I think I'm just
Oh,
I think I'm just so petty also because at the end of like my senior year, he was like, "Hey, we're gonna have an extra credit film project. You can do it if you want." And then he was like, "But there's the same rules apply as a regular film project." And then the rules were no guns or cussing. But then I was like, "Well, if it's extra credit, I'm just gonna cuss in it and have guns anyway because it's extra credit. Like what? You're just gonna give me a 0 if anything." And then and then we showed the class our project where I'm cussing and then shooting people.
You're bold as fuck,
Yeah.
bro.
We made it. And then he lowered my grade. From an extra credit, bro. I was like, what the fuck, dude? I was so upset.
Yeah,
Started a
negative
war,
credit.
bro.
They started a war. I hold on. Yeah. So yeah, I'm still petty out over that. So yeah, fuck you, pedophile.
Yo. I remember this one time. It was crazy as fuck. Like my junior year, we had this teacher, and he was like going through it. He was like, I guess he was going through a divorce. Like his whole life was like in shambles. So like I think he was probably there, like maybe like 15% of the school year, and the rest of the 85% we just had subs. like all the time. Like not doing shit. We'd go to class, like learn how to play like mad card games and shit. But we'd have a different sub almost every day. Just like whatever teacher could fill in and stuff, like whatever sub they get for the day. And this one day, we had this one dude. He was an actual teacher at the school there, so I guess he just had like a free period and he was just subbing. And like we're all just kind of chilling and stuff. Like it was like for most of the class, like it was chill. Like he wasn't a dick or anything. And then out of nowhere, he got everybody's attention. He's like, hey, everybody, like sit down. He's like, I want to talk about something. So as everybody sit down, he pulls out like a brochure for like the Letterman jackets, and he's like, look at this. He's like, back in my day, he's like, you had to earn this. And he goes on this giant tangent. He starts talking about like the kids with special needs. He's like, yeah. He's like, it just gets handed to them now. He's like, I don't think that's right. He's like, this is real life. He's like I said, he's like, back in my day, you had to earn this. He's like, you come to Silmar. He's like, you gotta bleed blue. He's like, we would go to games, bro, and people would be throwing batteries at the other team. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck? And I was like saying to him, I was like, dude, I was like, it's just a jacket. I was like, if they pay for it, like they can wear it. And he's like, don't you be smart with me, bro. He's sort of yelling at me in front of everybody, bro. That shit was mad fucking embarrassing. I wanted to kill myself after that.
Goddamn.
It was literally wild as fuck.
What stopped you?
What stopped me from what? Like killing myself?
Yeah. Was it the jacket?
Fuck. I'm the one wearing the jacket in class.
I think you're missing a detail. You're the one kid that bought the jacket. Everyone else got like a 4.0.
That's insane, dude.
That's great. That man
fucking dickhead, bro. Like,
that's crazy because he's probably still doing that monologue.
100%. Like how could he not?
Hard. I remember it's so weird seeing. I remember when I was a senior, there was this one kid who obviously peaked in high school, and he was like, when I was a freshman, he was a senior, and I was a senior, and he was still at basketball games, and I don't think he had any siblings. I don't think he had anything to do with the school anymore, but he would still be like in the student section, and like when the team's losing, he'd be like, come on guys, what are you doing? Let's cheer him on. And I'm like, dude, go home. Why are you here? That's crazy.
Yeah, that's like awkward as fuck.
It's really weird. I'm like, that man's just scouting for new pussy.
Literally, bro.
How about, what's your guy's worst teacher?
You have one?
Not off the top of my head.
I was thinking of okay, I have two, I think. Well, two instances. But I had like an English teacher in middle school, and she was like an older woman, and she was okay, she was nice most of the time, but she had like this weird thing where if you were to sneeze in class, she would like get really mad. Like for some reason she just didn't like it when people sneezed. Like even if you cover your mouth, whatever, she like, I think what it was, she thought like you could like control how loud your sneeze was. So like people would be sneezing, and one time it was like someone next to me or in front of me, and they couldn't stop sneezing, and then eventually she just their sneezes were fairly loud, but people were like being nice, like, oh bless you, and then the teacher was just like, all right, get out of my class. And she kicked her out of the class for sneezing.
That's so weird,
and I was
bro.
like, what?
She'd probably kill herself if she heard my mom sneeze.
Oh my god. I was like, why? I feel like this should,
it's like normal, bro.
yeah, it's okay to
Like,
sneeze.
you don't have any patience for people.
And yeah, she's a pretty bad teacher, but
She probably saw red when, you know, people who like chain sneeze.
yeah, they just keep going and going and going and going. Yeah. And then I didn't like. I think I've taken the terrible teachers out because they're just, I don't know, like I can't think of it. I feel like I've had teachers that were terrible or I've done stuff, but I just don't remember.
Yeah.
But I do like, I didn't like a specific teacher in high school. He was like a writer, so he would write. He was a history teacher, but he was a writer, and he wrote books that the students they were like in our library. Like he was a pretty popular author apparently, and people loved his books. And I never really was into reading his books, but like people wouldn't stop. Like people always thought he was the best. They would talk to him after class, whatever. But he was rarely ever there. He was rarely at school teaching because
you're talking about Marbury Lens boy, aren't you?
yeah. And he was always on book tours or whatever. So he'd always have a substitute. And when he'd come back, he was always trying to figure out what the hell to teach us. Because he wasn't, I don't know, like, it was just so disorganized. And I was like, why do people like this guy? He's like, he wants to be a writer, clearly. He should just go be a writer.
He's already established too, because I remember he would pull up every day in a Range Rover.
And he admitted that he's there just for the healthcare coverage, basically.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow.
This man's honest.
Yeah, you're a great teacher, man.
No, that's a sick gig.
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
It was more of a, if you didn't like history, at least you're gonna have a buddy. That's what that was.
Yeah.
Because I had him too. And I read his book. Apparently he got like a movie deal.
Really?
Sony. Yeah. Like, I think they're adapting it to the screen.
Dang.
Last time, but it's also been like 5 years, so I don't know how that's going. Nice guy though. No, I remember like I talked to him about his book, and then he was like, "Oh, that's cool that you read the book." He's like, "What do you want to do?" And I'm like, "Oh, I want to get into like film." He's like, "Oh, cool, like show me some of your stuff." And then I remember I DM'd it to him on Instagram and he never responded.
Bro.
Yeah, like I haven't talked to him since. But you know what?
That's heartbreaking.
Your book was mid. No, I'm just kidding. I remember I actually did enjoy the book, but I didn't enjoy how he just left me hanging.
He left you hanging.
Okay. And did you guys ever have Wait, what were you gonna say, Dylan?
No, go ahead.
You guys went to Sierra Vista also, right?
Yeah.
Did you guys have Mr. Ballard, the music teacher?
That sounds so familiar.
He was just he just got red. He was literally like a whiplash teacher with hair. Because I remember in 7th grade we had to rotate electives to see what we actually want to do. I rotated into music like my first semester, and he said, "Hey, if you stay, we'll give you like a lot of candy."
What the fuck?
That's creepy at all.
That's
in my
I just
van, though.
realized.
The parking
Yeah.
lot's gonna get
It's
me
out there.
bus.
You gotta go find it.
Whoa, what's that beeping?
It was just like my lane thing. You're gonna
Oh,
hear
okay.
that often. I don't know how to turn it off.
Oh, okay. But so he promised candy, and then I joined percussion for like a year. I never got candy. But like during percussion, I remember I think we were like performing. No, we were practicing how to read notes, like sheet music. And then I remember I really had to blow my nose. Like my nose was just like leaking because he wouldn't let us leave unless you asked. And then I remember I raised my hand. I was like, "Do you have a tissue?" And he was like, "I'll give you a tissue. You let me know what note this is." And then I was like, and I remember I had to like tilt my head back. I was like, I don't know. He's like, "Well, you better think." And I was just up there just leaking. I was like, And then I never got it.
You sneezed
So
on the
no
right
tissue.
note?
Yeah, I know.
He's like,
No.
yeah, he's like, you got it.
But after, whoa,
This is weird.
that is a weird road.
You'll trip, bro.
But yeah, he just made me wait until I remembered the note, but I couldn't remember. But then after like 5-10 minutes of awkward silence, and all my classmates being like, "What the fuck is this dude doing?" I was over it. I just went, and then he was like, "Okay, that's okay." And I was like, "You're a psychopath. Fuck
Yeah,
you."
bro.
And I think I had PTSD because I remember up until like I graduated high school, I was too scared to go blow my nose
Oh my
in front of the
god.
class, dude. Yeah, I just realized, up until like literally graduation, I wasn't willing to blow my nose in front of people.
That fucking sucks.
Damn, dude, look at all this. Look at what these small things these adult people do to fuck us over.
I don't even know it, too.
We're name dropping everyone.
Should
Should we do it? This is gonna pop off, and then we'll just cut ties with every single school except
Every
COC.
single
I think the one school I did enjoy going to was Community College of Canyons. That was the go-to school.
Up until we released Kevin, and then the teacher told me that I should have like tried harder on my singing.
Oh yeah, that's the one teacher. She sucks. What was her name again?
So,
I don't remember.
I remember she was in Yes Man as an extra, but she was so mean to me for no reason. I feel like I am just wild.
yeah.
In
I feel like
class?
especially after dropping bars.
After dropping that sketch,
she's
I
like,
think she was like, "This kid's a jackass."
Yeah,
But it's also like I'm not an asshole, right?
real as fuck.
So I don't know, cause sometimes I'm like, "Ah, fuck,
Yeah.
all these people are mean," but also like I think I'm also a jackass. So I think if I was a teacher, I'd hate me too.
Yeah.
But also, it's either like teachers loved me or hated me.
Yeah. Like no
There was no in between. Did you ever have that?
Kinda. I feel like it takes a while for like somebody to fall in love with me. So it's like
Yeah, it takes a long time, dude.
Those things are weird.
You're like, I'm still working on it.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Aldus. So I mean,
Hey.
it just I don't know. I feel like I don't think I ever had like any teachers that hated me. But then we just kind of had those teachers that were just like, bro, get out of here, like type shit. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, okay, they're just like sick of your shit.
Yeah. That was like when I was younger, because I was like definitely a little fucking punk ass when I was a little kid.
Yeah, didn't you destroy your friend's glasses?
No,
And you did child.
Fucking worry about yourself, bro. You need to give context. You can't just say that. All right?
Hey, well, if they got up to episode, I think this is 11.
We need to clip back to just like that little bit real quick, because I don't.
Nah, don't edit it in. Jared was involved in child.
You don't know the full story. What were we talking about? There was another dude at COC. And that last time we all went together, that dude that was giving Ron a little bit of attitude.
Oh yeah, that guy's
Yeah, I don't really fuck with that dude like at all.
Dude, that's giving Ron attitude.
You don't remember when we were there and then Ron was trying to show us the podcast studio they had?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of him.
Yeah, I've never been a
pisses
fan
me
of
off.
him.
Yeah,
Kind of
I don't
pretentious.
I remember I DM'd him when I was like a kind of a fan of him, and then I was just like, hey, like I'm looking for like work. If you ever need somebody to help out, like let me know. And he didn't even respond. I saw that he saw it though, and then like I released like a film, and I'm like, or I don't know, like random stuff. Like like when I was doing the stuff with Chelsea Lynn, like I just posted that video, and then he like liked the post. You know what I mean? Like he liked my story, and I was like, wow. So you know I exist. But you won't respond to me. Stuff like that. Yeah.
Want to name drop him? Want to name drop every single person? We'll
No.
bleep it.
Not
Okay.
down.
I think
because
because
later.
What do we
That's
do?
it.
Yeah.
that's true, and this resurfaces because it sucks. If we ever work with these people again, we're gonna have to delete this whole episode.
Yeah.
But also, do you want to work with them?
Well, it's just more of like, what if they just have an opportunity that like it doesn't necessarily have to be working with them, but they can just kind of pass this on to somebody else.
Right.
That's true.
So it's kind of like why there's no reason to burn that bridge if they haven't done anything like completely fucking terrible to us.
That's true. I think we start burning bridges like later in our career.
Yeah, once we're kind of more settled and like solid.
Have you guys been to Santa Cruz before?
Never. Only Santa Clarita.
Once.
Santa Cruz.
I just know. I feel like people here just like doing acid
It's crazy. It seems kind of generalized.
and longboarding. And
And
helmets.
falling.
Falling.
Take that out. Take that out.
Wow. I'm showing this to guys.
What if you just add like a new like act in the documentary where like he had to face adversity of people bullying him, and it's a clip of this podcast?
Just this podcast.
You should do it to him. Just do like a fake story so it increases the stakes of how he has to show everyone up. Do you think the final scene of the documentary is him getting back on his longboard and going down the hill?
I mean, if he wants to, I'm not gonna.
And he crashes again?
Crazy that would
That'd be
be.
insane. And then it
So there's
says,
a
to be continued?
Those black screens, you just get lettering. Kai didn't make it.
Oh my gosh, you almost hit that. What was that, a chipmunk?
I don't
A
know.
little chip.
I didn't hit it. I didn't almost hit it. He almost hit me.
It's real.
I did.
These suicidal chipmunks.
We should
Yeah.
get like a. Do you know in like some Asian supermarkets they sell live frogs to eat? It's like $8.99 a pound.
You had it before?
I've had it once. I just had the legs.
It's like frog,
What?
is it good? Like frog legs?
I just remember it tastes like chicken.
Okay. Is it weird texture though?
No, they fried it when I had it.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it tastes like literally like just thin chicken wings, but frog. But
you
we
go
should.
Parisian and eat some snails.
Oh, I tried snails in
escargot?
Alaska. Yeah, escargot.
Is it fire?
It's pretty good.
That's crazy.
It's pretty oily.
You ever seen those mukbangs where those girls, like the Asian girls, like eating that fucking worm?
Oh yeah.
A little worm?
It's not little. It's like it's.
No, like a literal worm.
Oh, I don't know. It's like a sea
It's
slug
like a
or some
sausage
shit.
or something. Like
No, it's like it has to be. It looks like a fucking penis, bro.
Yeah.
Straight up, because there's even like it's long and then it's got like a little bulge at the bottom of it. But she's like biting into it. It's like leaking all this fucking water out. And you've never seen that before?
Can you send me that?
I can show you it.
Oh, you're the sea slug.
Hey, man. Don't be putting my business out there like that.
What's
I see
last
shit like that. That shit grosses me out though.
what's last porn video you jacked off to? What was the title?
That's for video.
What?
What's your mom's name?
She just goes by Mrs. Gomez.
That's crazy. This is Puyat and the gang. That sounds like it'd be like a pretty fire like rock band.
Yeah, my mom rocks.
Did you ever
The
show
mic.
Aldus that filter that I showed you, Jared?
Oh my god. I
That
didn't
filter was
know.
wild.
Let me see. Try it.
I don't know why they would add that to Instagram, but
What was it? Is it when you turn into a lady?
when you turn to a lady,
Yeah, that one's actually
That-
pretty good. Cause I'm like, wow, I'm a hot lady.
Oh, this filter just makes you look really ugly. Look.
Fuck. Yeah. For anyone watching this, he just did a video of me with no filter and said it makes you ugly. And his punchline is I'm ugly. But the thing is, no. I saw you just misspelled volume up to volume HP.
Yeah, that was an accident, bro. It's like
So get this, just like you were.
oh,
Yeah, take that shit. Sit in it. Do you know,
Fuck you, bro.
he's
I
like,
remember
"Tuck and roll, don't make him do it."
I remember when I was little. Do you guys ever see like those comically large pink erasers they would sell at like the
Oh,
store?
yeah.
And then it says like,
fucking handheld.
yeah, it was like a brick eraser, and then it says for big mistakes. And then I remember I came home from like the book festival or whatever at
Book fair.
the book fair.
Yeah.
And then I got that big eraser, and then my friend's mom showed my mom like, look what your son got. And then my mom took the eraser, was like, haha, this is for him, I'm gonna erase him.
Oh my god.
Wow.
And then I ran away from home
Yeah. Never talked to her again.
to my real
That's
mom.
why we're on the road.
Yeah, that's why we're on the road. Yeah, this is actually resuming that story.
What's that for
Feelings hurt,
reason?
bro?
No, because I didn't get the joke until like 4 years later.
That was a fully developed adult.
Yeah, so,
That's crazy, dude. This is disrespectful.
but you know what? Guess what?
Yeah.
I don't think it was a mistake.
My mom titty twisted me in public one time.
Your mom titty twisted you?
Yeah. It's very unfortunate.
What'd you do?
I mean, I used to just talk a lot of shit. I used to
Like, Mom, I bet you can't twist my boobs.
I started cussing at a young age and shit. But I think the worst part about it is like it's not like just like, oh, we were at the store and she did that. Like I was like on a field trip with all my friends. She fucking did that shit. But I was being a dick. But still, like that was still pretty fucked up. Like I start crying.
Do you get her back?
Oh, 100%.
Just let son and mom just titty twisting each other?
I've seen this video before.
I remember my mom offered to like chaperone for. You guys ever go to like you went on a field trip at the end of like 8th grade or something?
Of course.
Yeah, we went to SeaWorld.
You guys went to SeaWorld at Sierra Vista?
Yeah,
What the fuck?
it was sick. And at the time, like I feel like like all my friends were just like wild, and my friend Anthony at the time he like broke his leg or something, so he was in a wheelchair, but he still signed up to be on the field trip, and they're like, yeah, you can go, Anthony. And then my mom she hadn't really met my friends from school like that, so when she was there, she's like, oh, this should be easy, it should be fine. And we get there, and like one of my friends is like, there's like a boardwalk thing, and it's like a downward slope, and he's like pushing Anthony down the boardwalk. Anthony's like, yeah! Yeah. She's like, oh my god! They're like going crazy, and then eventually towards the end, my friend Billy, who you've met, all this,
Yeah.
so there's like a revolving door at the entrance, and it like goes. It's like the one with like you can only go in and out. Like you can't go back in or else you get stuck. So he like thought it'd be funny to like keep going, and then he got stuck. So he's like this bigger guy, like tall, and he got stuck. And I remember my mom was so embarrassed because she had to like go get the park attendant and be like, we need to get you out, you know. And then and Billy was kind of freaking out a little. And then so the park guy comes and he's like, man, well, there's 2 ways that we can do this. You know, I can get the saw out and we can start sawing away
God damn.
on this. And Billy's like, you know, he's on the verge of tears, like, you know, like, everyone's like freaking out. And then he's like, or you can just climb over and just get out. And then so Billy's like, oh, duh. And then he like just climbs over and he gets out. And I was like, what? Why would that guy do this? Like, I get maybe
So,
try. trying to teach him a lesson, but I was like,
The only way we can get you out of here is we have to kill you,
we have to kill you,
or you can just pull that lever and the door opens.
or you can just get out. I have a feeling that guy's probably run into that a few times. And it's like, I gotta make it more serious so these kids stop doing it. Or they can just put a sign that says don't
Stop
go all the way.
fucking around.
Yeah.
I remember this one time, my mom used to pretty much go on all my field trips. I remember there was this one kid that was part of our group, and he was like, the whole time he was like, oh, like I'm so hungry. And he like didn't bring any money or anything. So like my mom and like this other kid's mom like chipped in to like buy him some food. Like they bought him a pizza. And then for an hour, this dude was just complaining.
Well, at least the audio
It's
podcast
the audio
is still
podcast,
going.
baby.
Fucking
We'll play footage.
audio.
We'll play footage from my dash cam.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so he was literally for like an hour, he was complaining about how hungry he was. So like they felt so bad, they went and they bought him some pizza. And then this dude literally took a bite of the pizza and like threw it away.
What the fuck, dude?
Dude, they were literally appalled. Like they couldn't believe it.
Did they say anything to him?
Wait,
What a
wait,
fucking
I don't
asshole.
remember, but I remember they were so mad.
We can record it on our phone.
Where's
if you
that kid
want.
now? Is he in jail?
I have not heard of. I mean,
Or one of
I
them.
met him like in 4th grade, and then we ended up going to like high school together. And like after high school, I just like literally never
What was he like in high school?
heard from him. Everybody kind
Do you guys have a
like
phone you want to record?
of. He was just like like he was hilarious. Yeah, I'm pulling it up right now.
Okay.
He was hilarious, but I think everybody just kind of like he would just fuck around a lot.
That's
Let's
fucking.
not zoom out a little bit.
That reminds me of I think it only zooms out for photo for the front face. But I remember this one girl in high school was saying she was giving money. No, she was at a freeway exit and this homeless guy was asking for money. And then her and her mom didn't have any cash, so they just bought Chinese food and they said, "Hey, you could have this Chinese food we bought." And the homeless dude took the Chinese food.
Sorry.
The homeless dude took the Chinese food and then just threw it on the floor. Yeah.
And what happened?
Does it
Like,
go
They
that
just drove away because they're like, "Well, this bum is gonna eat off the floor now."
I guess he's hungry.
It's pretty fucked.
So that is pretty funny.
They
Those
just took
dudes
off
have no
the
shame, dude.
Wait, so why did that kid just take a bite of the pizza and throw it?
He's just kind of a jackass, like, you know?
I think if I was that adult and I was that kid, I would forever hate that kid.
Yeah, they 100% do.
I'm like, they're not redeemable. Even though you're a kid and people say, "Hey, kids are jackasses," I'd be like, "Yo, this kid,
He's pretty out of pocket.
I don't think he's gonna grow from this.
Yeah,
I think there's,
I don't think he did it. Like,
I don't think he's gonna have a character arc. I think is that a bit like there's a lack of empathy. Do you think,
Yeah.
and like a bit sociopathic?
I don't know if
You know, do you think I'm
sociopathic.
overanalyzing it?
Well,
Because
I
that's a
don't know.
crazy kid to do that.
Well, I think if you met him now, you'd probably be like, okay, you know? This one, I saw his brother like last year. I was like, bro, how's your brother? And he's like, I don't know. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, I haven't seen him. Like, I was like, that's so weird, bro. Like, I'm pretty sure I thought they were still like living like in the same house and shit. It's like one of the only few people like I have no idea like what's happening in their lives like since high school and shit.
Wow.
Like just straight up disappeared like off the map.
Do you know anyone that like got into hard drugs and kind of just like disappeared?
No, I mean I feel like ever since the fucking pandemic. So obviously it's not drugs, but I feel like everybody drinks so much more now.
Oh yeah.
It's so like, it's like the thing to do is like drink.
I feel like isn't it just because we're in our 20s, or do you think just the pandemic?
I think it has to be the pandemic and everybody just built such bad habits. Like that's all anybody was doing was just drinking and shit like through it all. Because I'm just like people are like showing up to just random shit and they're drinking. Like it's like, do you need to be drunk right now?
Yeah.
And that's not to say like drinking's bad. I mean I feel like I drink all the time, but I just feel like there's just so many. Like I'm with some of my friends and it's like all they want to do is just drink. Like in every moment, it's like, bruh.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
It's because like if the only thing you're looking forward to is drinking, it's like, yo, you got to get a grind going.
Literally, it's kind of like I love drinking and shit, but it's like I don't want to like rely on a moment being like genuine or like being enjoyable, like just from being drunk and shit.
Yeah.
Like if I can't enjoy it without being drunk, it's like maybe I shouldn't even be drinking to begin with. Like,
That's true. Because I had that thought too. I think sometimes I drink at parties just to get into like that high of the party.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yesterday for like Rick's birthday party, I remember I was only drinking LaCroix. And then I remember I was just talking to people and I already felt that drunk high just because I was just talking to people. Yeah, it was natural. And I'm like, oh, fuck, I don't even need to drink.
Yeah.
And it hasn't been like I have to feel like I need to drink to be around people.
Yeah.
It was just like, oh, cool. It just makes it a bit easier.
yeah, 100%.
But then like without doing it, I was like, oh wow, I could do this fucking sober. I'm gonna run around.
But the thing about that is like if you could do it sober and it's still a great time, like that's when like when you introduce like alcohol into the mix, it's like it just makes the experience like so much better and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it just enhances it so much more, which is fucking dope. Like,
So I could have just drank and had more fun.
no, I'm saying like it's cool that you were able to test the waters and see is that a car right there.
Oh no.
There wasn't even a car there. I'm fucking.
Need some sleep.
For real.
You need some rest.
I need to take this shit.
Are we drinking tonight? Andrew, you want to drink tonight?
We're gonna be
You don't
filming
drink?
till like.
Oh, okay.
We're
Yeah,
gonna be
so are we
filming
gonna be
tonight.
drinking like
yeah.
that?
Dylan, you heard me. Are we drinking tonight?
I don't think I've never been drunk with you before. There.
Oh yeah, we haven't. That's crazy.
It's very crazy.
Maybe tomorrow night would be better.
No, fuck that. My body, my rules. Dylan's pro-life. Dylan's pro-life.
When did you first get drunk?
I remember it was like 2 months after high school
Oh, shit.
graduation. Yeah, I was late to the game.
So I was even later to the game.
What? When'd you start?
I think it was probably like. I think it was probably like a year now, like pretty much almost 2 years, like after high school.
Oh, crazy, because it was 3 years after high school.
Did you overdo it the
Mine was
first time? Or did you like pace
5.
yourself?
So that's a great fucking question. So like the first time I got drunk, it was like very like minor. Like I had never done it before, so I was kind of like, let me ease my way into it, and it was great. Like it was awesome. And then I think probably like a week or two after that, I obviously I didn't know what limits were and shit. So I remember I was at my friend's house and we were literally just like fucking pounding beers, like taking shots. And then it's one of those points where it's like, you know, you take a shot and the next thing you know, like your next memory is like you waking up in a bed. And it's
Damn,
like,
you had I haven't had that. I don't want
You
that.
don't want that. Like I don't care what everybody's always like saying shit like, oh, like I want to fucking black out tonight. It's like, bro, I would rather sell my fucking nuts than imagine even just planning on blacking out. It's fucking insane to me. Like that's like literally the worst feeling. People are fucking telling you the next day like all the stupid shit you were doing. Like I'd rather fucking kill myself than experience that again.
Oh shit, you want to black out tonight?
I'm fucking down. So I remember after that, like I've literally like I tested my limits like since then, and like now like I know exactly when I should stop. Like I know how far I can go and stuff.
I feel that too.
It was getting messy.
Like now I'm pretty good with it. Where like I know I'm not gonna get hungover. Like I
Yeah.
keep forcing myself to hydrate. I think
Yeah.
college or just being in your 20s teaches you
Yeah,
that.
100%. I think it's crazy that there's people that are like our age or even older than us that like don't know their limits. Like,
Yeah.
like how are you a grown ass adult and like you're over here getting fucked like trashed? Like we need to fucking carry you home like every weekend. Like that's insane.
Yeah.
Like,
Do you think they're going through something, or do you think they just really are just ignorant with their limits?
I think it could be a little bit of that. Like you're just kind of doing it to like mask your shit. But it's like even then, it's like you don't need to be that fucked up to be like masking your pain. You know what I mean? Like you can get pretty drunk and just still like and just ride that shit out.
Yeah. That's true. I had my one friend get drunk at a party, and then he just started getting aggressive and like punching people.
Oh my god. Bro.
And I'm like, yeah, my dude's a fighter. My boy a fighter when he's drunk.
That's like I feel like if you get aggressive when you drink, I was like you have no business like getting drunk. That's infuriating. That's like the one thing I feel like I'd rather have you like trying to kiss me than like be trying to fucking fight motherfuckers and shit. You know what I mean? Like that's that.
But you can use them for good.
You can aim them at the right person.
Yeah,
like-
aim them in the right
You, you're horny,
direction.
go. You, I don't like that kid.
And they won't
Go.
remember a thing. And then they'll wake up with like blood on them, and they're like, "Whoa, what happened?" You're like, "You were trying to kiss me, dude." I don't know.
It's insane.
Hey, how was your guys' first kiss?
Oh, it was painful.
Was it special? Really?
Same.
Yeah, it was pretty
I thought you
special.
were gonna stop at painful. I was
Painful.
She slapped me. I'm joking. I think this is one of those like awkward things, but it was still like really nice. You know what I mean? Like it happens and you're like, oh my god, like literally in the movies, like you look away, like type of shit.
Was it a girl? How old were you?
Was it a girl?
Was it a girl?
It was a man.
What's wrong with that?
He was 27. I was 12. How old was I? I think I was like 14, 15.
How old was the man?
How old's your dad? What was your first kiss?
How old's my dad?
I want to fucking. I just lost my fucking train of thought.
Stupid. I was 8th grade, 13.
Nice.
Fingered her right after.
Okay.
High five.
Are you for real? In 8th grade? That is so crazy, bro. Some dude told me once, he's like, yeah, bro. He's like, I had sex for the first time when I was in 5th grade. I was like, bro. I was like, how big was your dick at the time, bro? Like, that's so crazy to me. Like, where are your parents at? Like, I hear shit like that, and it's like, I never thought it was impressive. Like, that was sad as fuck to hear. Like,
Yeah.
you're going
I'm
through shit,
impressed,
bro.
dude.
You're impressed?
I'd be like, wow, this 8-year-old's getting more pussy than me.
It's FTI, bro.
Yeah, teach me the game. Isn't that crazy? Like, I look at that as like, oh, this 5th grader has more game than me.
I don't look at it. I'm telling you, there's definitely more of like some fucked up shit's going on at home, like, that you feel the need to be doing that. Did you imagine, like, having sex in 5th grade and shit?
Yeah.
Like, you were thinking, like, if there was a woman in front of you, bro, like, you would have done it. Like, I don't think anybody that's, like, 11 years old is, like, that's, like, the true, like their true mindset, you know what I mean? Like, you're more innocent at the time and shit.
Me, I got into porn when I was young.
You got into porn, nice.
I forgot how. I remember,
You're fucking just repressing all the memories of all the trauma and shit.
yeah, I'm kind of thinking this through now.
Never thought this far.
I remember, I don't know if I told you guys this story, but I remember, I don't know if it was like a cousin who showed me like, oh yeah, you can search up naked ladies on the internet, and then you could just see naked ladies, and then
Change your life.
changed my life. Because I remember I was like on this one HP laptop sitting next to like my older sister, and I was like, hey, how do you spell naked ladies? And then she spelled it out to me. And then I searched it out. I was like, this is crazy. So I was just cruising on Google Images, sitting next to my older sister.
Who was it? So like, they didn't question you, like,
No,
why
she was
do
like-
you want? Why do you want to know how that's spelled?
She didn't question. She was like, oh, maybe he's doing like a Scrabble or something. And then I remember like, yeah. So I was just like probably like for an hour or two, I was just scrolling, and then I remember my dad was like, hey, can I see a laptop real quick? And I still had naked ladies on the laptop, and then I was trying to close it, but I think it like froze. I didn't know how to close it, so he just saw all he saw was, hey, can I see the laptop? And all he saw me do was just like. and then I just started crying. Yeah. But no, it's all pictures. And then it was all pictures. And then I was just like freaking out. And I was like, and I just shut it. And then I started crying. And I ran to the bathroom and I locked myself in. And then my dad probably like opened the laptop. He was like, what the fuck? Why is there 4 tabs of a kid trying to spell naked ladies? There's so many attempts here.
Baked nadies.
Yeah.
Naked Bob.
Beauties. So then, yeah, that was the start of it all. But guess what? 7 months, no porn. Represent. Thank you. I'm gonna relapse soon.
I'm relapsing tonight.
Yeah, I'm gonna relapse tonight. I miss Lisa Ann. I miss Rachel Starr. I miss Autumn Falls. You know those names?
I know a few of those. The most basic is probably Lisa Ann.
Why? Who's your favorite porn star? Who?
I don't know if I have a fan. No, actually, no. You know who Gianna Michaels is?
Is that a MILF? Is it a white girl?
Like, yeah, she's old. Yeah, I think she's white. Yeah.
That's your top tier? That's your top porn star?
Yeah.
We should have her
And then
on.
also, what's your mom's name?
It is Sarah.
Miss Pouya is my favorite porn star.
Crazy, me too.
It's great.
But guess what? I've gone farther with her than you have. I sucked on titty, dude.
What?
I got some milk. What'd you get?
You got some MILF.
Thank you.
Crazy. Can we try to find a bathroom soon? Because I am gonna.
How about you shit on the side of the road and then you bring the road mic with you?
I'm down.
That'd be sick.
Bring the road mics with me.
Fuck yeah.
Bro.
What are we? Are we in... Is this San Luis Obispo?
Nah, you put a gun in my head. Not be able to tell you where we're at right now.
Let me see what's our location. Bitch, I'm a star. Look at me from afar.
We're about an hour away. Is that too long? Or do you gotta go?
I don't know. I think I'm just kind of hot right now too.
Okay.
But I mean, I'm looking down to like close out this pod right now.
Okay.
What?
What?
Okay.
Alright, Andrew, we're gonna have to time to come clean, Andrew. We're gonna ask you 5 questions.
Hit me with it.
And then yes or no.
What body count is too much?
That's not yes or no.
These are quick.
Yes.
Yeah, we were thinking the same thing.
These are quick, rapid ones.
Rapid questions.
Rapid questions. If a partner had more than 30 bodies, would you still go for them?
Yes.
50.
Suck a dick to save the world.
Yes.
Would you suck this dick to save the world?
No, I draw the line. Right?
Fucked up.
I don't like Asian dick.
I'm Asian.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You're self-hating?
Wait,
Andrew, it has to be yes or no only. Are you are you Vietnamese? Okay, fuck, we shouldn't run out. Well, I could ask you after the pod.
Okay, if Dylan and Aldus were hanging off the side of a building, who are you saving?
That's not yes or no. Yes for all, just no for Dylan.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
Sick, that's me.
That's crazy.
Wow.
All right. Okay. All right. Okay.
You're supposed to be rapping.
Oh no. This isn't a yes or no question. Okay, but let's say for Dylan to be successful in his career, you had to go and you had to say that his next doc that's gonna come out is very shitty. Like, would you do it? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Like, you had to tell him to his face. Like, you had to hurt his feelings.
Well, I'll do it right now.
Oh, he's like, yo, this shit's ass, bro. Thank you for coming out, though, Andrew. Like, this is
Thanks,
been
Andrew.
Great.
Well, I was kind of a captive, podcast.
Yeah, you wouldn't have any consent to this. But I don't know how the run time was. What just happened there? Do you hear? I just couldn't
It's okay,
speak
bro.
well.
It's okay.
Do you ever hear yourself talking? You're like, wow, I don't speak well.
100%.
I think everyone does that, right?
100%. I get drunk and sometimes I can't say L.
L?
Like I'll say let's I want to say let's go, and I can't say it.
Like,
like,
let's
just-
go have some noodle.
No, it's not even I want to be able to say the sentence. I want to be able to start it because it's the L for some reason.
The words you slur.
Yeah, I think it's just I'm afraid I'm a stutter or something, so I get locked up and shit. It's crazy.
Yeah, I think you should go get that fixed.
No, I will. Thank you.
Don't fucking. He kissed me today.
Bye.
All right, cool. It's a wrap. We'll have Kai on next, our buddy. I hope, right? Hopefully we get that episode. If not, whatever happens, happens. All right, bye. Ta ta.
Ta-ta.
Touch on my rub on my love on my rub on my. Why do you want my dick all up inside your lips? Wanna just grab